I've been making this video for at least the last 30 minutes. You know, I don't like to cut these vlogs, these vlogs, I don't like to cut them. You see people make videos and then they cut them and, you know, the image jumps. And, you know, that's just kind of lazy. I think you should just make the whole thing over again. So, today where I contract, they didn't have enough work for me again. Because yesterday they didn't have enough work. They, you know, we're light, so, you know, just hold on. And, you know, I ended up not going in, and I was just like, ugh. But, you know, I had some business that I needed to take care of. And so I took care of that. And so, you know, it happened again today. We don't have enough work, so, you know, and I did something for a little bit of money, but, Anyway, how do I look? I'm still thin in the face, but a little fuller. I was a 38 when I went into the hospital, maybe 38, maybe 40, all depending on how the genes were made. I'm like a 34. When I got out the hospital, I was a 34, now I'm like a 36. We didn't even care about that night. Okay, so what's up? Why am I doing this? Why am I making it? Listen, we're going to give you a little bit of history real quick, and then you're going to see what I'm doing for you, the viewer. And I don't really do much for you, the viewer. But I might have to become a YouTuber. I don't know if I want to do that. And does that necessarily mean that I'll be more responsive to my audience? I could have had a promising DJ career in Toronto in the early 90s had I been willing to play reggae music, but I wasn't willing to play reggae music in a place that was heavily Caribbean. I wasn't responsive to my audience then. I'm not responsive to my audience now. It does have a detrimental effect. Oh well. So be it. So, the history is, listen, I used to edit these videos. When these videos first came on YouTube, I had QuickTime Pro. You know, because all I was doing is cutting off the front, cutting off the end, giving you the section that you needed to see. Maybe I needed to cut something out the middle and then combine those two clips. So, but what mostly happened is GoPros, you know, give you a 17, 18 minute clip at a time if you don't interrupt it. And then, you know, the incident would go from one clip to the other, and I used to have to combine those two clips. And you could do that with QuickTime Pro on my Windows machines of questionable origin. But then Microsoft went ahead and upgraded to Windows 10. And you could no longer do that. And so I started using Microsoft's, I brought Vegas, or some video editing software for Windows that was so confounding that I didn't want to take the time to learn. It was just, whatever. So I never got around to doing it. But then I brought this. Anybody know what this is? This is a Surface Pro. And I thought it was going to be really kick-ass. And it turned out not to be kick-ass. I got an i5 processor. But the software for it was abysmal. And while you could cut stuff off at the beginning and the end, you couldn't combine clips, which means I couldn't make trailers, I couldn't do a bunch of stuff. The software was abysmal. And so, you know, and then it was so sluggish that, you know, you kind of just didn't want to use it. So during my sickness, I came up with a plan, and because I have to sometimes do things backwards to get myself to do the things that I need to do, I'll give you an example. I had about a dozen CDs before I ever brought a CD player to force myself to buy a CD player, which I know I needed to have. Well, I knew that I wanted. just kind of, when you think about it, it's kind of stupid. And I know that, but I put the cart before the horse so that I would buy the horse. That's just how that works with me sometimes. So I had to buy some software, and I brought some software, and it cost me $35. And I brought it before I brought this. Damn, that's an Apple Pencil. Yes, it is. It's the newest Apple Pencil. And it only works with one thing. An iPad Pro. 11-inch iPad Pro. That does the job very well. I edited, so actually I use both of them for cat and mouse and tortoise in the hare. So off the micro SD, I used this to take the video off the micro SD and then cut off the beginning and the end of any clip that I wanted. And then if it extended into another clip, which it did on both videos, I just combined those things here and did that with this. And I can put video overlays and audio overlays and text overlays, and I can do all kinds of things with this software. It's going to be a learning curve. It doesn't seem to be as difficult as whatever software I brought for Windows, which I no longer have. I don't even know where that crap is. And so there's going to be some things coming to the channel as time permits. That's why I made this video. I know I made a lot of promises and I don't ever keep them. Using some things is so cumbersome that you just don't want to do it. You don't want to do it. And so there was a video where a guy said, you invest your time, you invest your money to where you spend your time, or you invest your money into where you want to spend your time. So if you spend your time on the couch watching a lot of TV, it only seems right that you should have a really nice couch, because that's where you spend a lot of your time. But now, is that really where you want to spend your time? The answer is probably not. So you should invest your money into where you want to spend your time. Hence, the iPad Pro, which is an investment that I really didn't want to make for a very long time, but I got it, so I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it to your benefit. And then I also got this. What is this? Do we have any of these things in? And it's not for your benefit, it's just for mine. I think it's the greatest device just for casual computing ever made. Casual computing, web surfing, watching Netflix, just if that's what you want to do, you're out and about. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an iPad mini. I love this thing to death. When I brought that 9.7 iPad, this is what I really wanted, but you couldn't walk into T-Mobile and buy one. You always had to have it. You always had to order one and have them send you one, but I was on the move every other day. I didn't know where I was going to be every other day, so I couldn't do that. The greatest lightweight, casual computing device ever made, iPad mini. In any event, we're done with this. You can look forward to some things as time permits. And today, time permits me to do something. So, I'm going to do something. I am going to post something other than this here. And I'm going to post this, and I guess I'll sit down and go through some Metro Mall footage and post that too. And then we'll see what else we can do for you. All right. See you later.